up? It's your boy King Macho bringing you another video, another one. This one right here is on focus, and I'm gonna try to break down and explain all focus. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so focus, there's different schools of focus. In my opinion, each school is powerful. Each school is unique in their own way. I'll go over each skill tree and let you guys know what I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with ZENURIK. So basically, you have your ZENURIK tree. I'm maxed out on focus. I can't get any more focus. So basically, we start here in the middle. This kind of is a tree, and if you don't begin in the middle, you can't branch out to the other skills. But as we begin right here with energy pulse, you get energy pickups, which grant 50% additional energy over 5 seconds. Okay, so after that, you're gonna go ahead and move to the next skill, which is a passive. And if you upgrade these all the way at the end, they'll ask you for 1,000,000 focus and a shard. And the shard will help you upgrade this into a passive, which you can use over here on the left side. And these passives are from all the skill trees, and you can use them on every single skill tree. So as long as you're upgrading these also and putting all your points into your pool, you should be able to use these on any single tree, which is pretty awesome. I'm so happy they did that. So as we move to the passive though, this one's increased operator energy by 90%. All of these skills are maxed, by the way, so some of these skills you might want to use, some of them you might not want to use because they'll take a lot of energy from you. But as we move on to void flow, it's increased operator energy by 90%. We have energizing dash to the bottom left, which is a void dash creates a zone of energy for 8 seconds. Allies passing through the zone gain 5% or 5 energy for 30 seconds, which is very strong. And simply why I use this focus tree over any other focus tree. I feel like ZENURIK is one of the best, even though they're all viable. Okay, so lightning dash manifests balls lightning after a void dash that travels slowly and zaps enemies within 16 meters for 800 damage. Costs 10 energy. So this costs 10 energy, but this could basically CC for you, and that's really, really powerful, especially just from your focus school, not even like anything else. So that's pretty amazing. Right here we have Inner Might, which increased melee channeling efficiency by 60% for you melee channeling dudes out there and ladies. We got a temporal blast right here, which is void blast, seems or slows enemies by 80% for 15 seconds. And then we have a voltic blast, which is a void blast, creates a surge of electricity, zapping enemies within 10 meters for 200% damage. This is crowd control, aka CC. We have void right here on the top right, void static, which is void mode, emits a pulse that deals 500 damage over 15 meters and costs an additional 1 energy. So this right here kind of if you're doing a mission and you go into your void mode, this will actually kill the enemies. So be careful if you're doing like a Riven challenge or something like that and you're using ZENURIK. And here last we have void singularity, which void mode pulls enemies within 20 meters towards the operator and costs an additional 2 energies. So basically that was the whole ZENURIK tree. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys a little bit of gameplay. Okay, so ZENURIK is pretty awesome, right? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move to NARAMON. So this NARAMON skill tree, in my opinion, is used for focus, to focus farm, and I'll show you why. So kills from melee attacks grant 45% more affinity. Basically, that's kind of one of the main reasons that it was usually always used for focus farming. And over here we got the passives, which mean you could unbound them and use them in any other skill tree. Once again, they'll be on the left side just in case you don't know. And these you also have to put focus into and into the pool. So make sure you remember that. It's a real grind, but it's really worth it. We have increased the speed of void dash by 120% right here. At the bottom of this tree we have disorienting blast, which void blast has a 50% chance of confusing enemies for 16 seconds, causing them to be unable to distinguish friend from foe. Oof, that sounds really good. Up top we have a void stalker. Void mode increases critical chance of melee attacks by up to 50% over 5 seconds. This gradually decreases over 20 seconds when the operator leaves void mode, The ability costs an additional 4 energy. Wow. Over here we got Void Hunter. Void mode reveals enemies within 25 meters through walls. Wow, wall hacks. This range gradually decreases over 5 seconds when the operator leaves void mode. This ability costs an additional 1 energy per second. Not too bad. We got Power Strike right here. Melee combo counter now decays while out of combat by 5 every few seconds instead of depleting completely. This is amazing. If you don't have this on the skill tree and you rock Naramon, you need to use this. Executing dash. Void dash no longer displaces enemies. Instead, it will open them up to finishers and increase finisher damage by 35%. Yo, Naramon sounds like the GOAT, chat. Surging dash creates a wave while dashing, increasing the damage by 30% and an area of effect around the operator by 12 meters. And we have Disarming Blast. Enemies hit by Void Dash or Void Blast have a 50% chance to be disarmed. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoying this, and this is kind of helping you understand, focus a little bit, the different trees. I'm kind of going off the top of my mind, and yeah, I hope this is helping. Okay, so our third school tree, our third focus school. This right here is Madurai. This Madurai, I use this for Eidolon damage. It's amazing for my amp, for my operator's damage, and I really enjoy Madurai. So right here we have the main skill, which is physical damage increased by 25%. As we branch out to Void Radiance, it consumes 50 energy on leaving void mode to blind enemies for 10 seconds. We have Void Strike over here, which is like the most known skill in this tree. On leaving void mode, the next 8 attacks will deal 12% additional damage for every second spent cloaked. Cloak consumes 2 additional energy per second. Void Strike is bae. I actually think I'm gonna make another video. So this video is basically gonna break down every single tree. I'm gonna make another video showing you what each school tree does. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that video. That'll be one of our next videos most likely. Phoenix Spirit, elemental damage increased by 25%. We have Inner Gaze, increase energy for amps and Void Beam. Then we have Eternal Gaze. These are your way bound, so you can use this, unbound them, and you can use them on any skill tree once again. And Eternal Gaze is increase the regeneration rate of energy for amps and Void Beam by 60%. Oh my goodness. We have a Blazing Dash right here, which is Void Dash, leaves a trail of fire that deals 1000 damage over 14 seconds. Void Dash will now stun enemies instead of displacing them. I don't know how powerful 1000 damage is, but yeah, I'll just test this a little bit more. I barely use this outside of Eidolons. So this skill tree I only use to kill Eidolons. I only use it because of Void Strike. So we have a meteoric. Oh my goodness, this is gonna become a meme. We have the dash right here, okay? We have Void Dash, deals 400 extra damage to enemies. We have Flame Blast, which Void Blast releases a ball of fire that deals 250% of the Void Blast damage and explodes after 0.6 seconds. And lastly, we have Rising Blast, increased damage of Void Blast by 200%, and it can now be charged to deal additional damage. My goodness. Madurai skill tree for you guys out there. An amazing skill tree. Alright, so now we're going to move on to UNAIRU. UNAIRU is another skill tree I use to kill Eidolons. Pretty powerful school tree. And this right here is going to be Void Spines. So 100% damage taken is returned to the attacker. Amazing. We have at the bottom, Stone Skin, increase armor for Warframe by an operator by 60. Pretty nice. We have a Void Dash or Void Shadow, excuse me, which Void mode now renders allies within 25 meters invisibility. This ability costs an additional 4 energies per ally cloak. Right here we have Void Crystallis, and Void mode reduces damage taken by invisible allies within 25 meters by 80%. This ability costs an additional 4 energies. really strong school tree for like killing Eidolons for sure. This is a magnetic blast. Enemies hit by void blast are affected by bullet attractor for 10 seconds. Then we have my favorite, Unari Wisp. Void Blast has 100% chance to summon a Wisp when it damages an enemy. The Wisp can be picked up by allies to increase operator damage by 100% for 12 seconds. Amazing for destroying Eidolons, chat. We have a Shundering Dash, which is using Void Dash through an enemy will reduce their armor by 75%. Crippling Dash, using Void Dash through an enemy will reduce their damage by 50%. Oh my goodness. And these are our waybounds. Increased armor for the operator by 200%. And then the last waybound on the skill tree is increase the radius of Void Blast by 60%. So this is Unari. I love Unari. Don't sleep on Unari. Use Unari, especially if you're an Eidolon Slayer. Alright, so this is the last school tree. And focus school, excuse me if I keep saying school tree. I just woke up, by the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a Mending Unity right here. It's increased infinity radius by 25 meters. We have the waybounds down here, which is Enduring Tides, increased health operator by 150%. And then we have increased health regeneration of operator by 4 seconds. So this is basically telling you right here with the passives being these two that this is for like tankiness and operator health and, you know, survivability. So right here we have a Guardian Shell. Void Blast can be charged to manifest a shield that drains energy for every 400 damage absorbed. At the bottom, this is a Guardian Blast. Void Blast consumes 25 energy for ally hit within 8 meters and grants them 160 shields. We have Mending Soul. The next 4 revives are instantaneous. We have Void Mode heals 25 healths, disability costs an additional 2 energies. Void Mode creates a shield that grows up to 12 meters over 5 seconds. Disability costs an additional 2 energies. Protective Dash. Allies hit by the dash are granted immunity from damage for 5 seconds and healed 60% over 5 seconds. Last but not least, we have Sonic Dash. Void Dash no longer displaces enemies, instead he emits a shockwave 14 meters wide and travels 8 meters, stunning any enemy it hits. So this is VAZARIN, guys. I'm gonna go ahead really quickly and go over these waybounds just in case you don't, or you know them already. You should, because I went over every single tree, but I'll go ahead and show you what you could use in every single tree. And remember, you have to unlock these, so you have to upgrade them with focus and then unlock them with focus through your school focus pool, or yeah, your focus pool. So here we have increased energy for amps by 40%. We have Eternal Gaze, which is increased the regeneration rate of energy for amps and void beams. We have Void Flow, which is increased the operator energy by 90%. We have increased operator energy by a regeneration by 90% right here with Void Siphon. We have increased the speed of Void Dash by 120. Increase the movement speed of the operator by 30. Increase the armor by 200. Increase the Void Blast radius by 60%. Yo, if you haven't upgraded your operator all the way, you need to get up on that, chat. I wish I could give you guys my focus, but I can't. I have 17 million just sitting there on some Radiant shards. And then we have some Brilliant shards that we have another 15 million focus on. All you basically got to do is kill Eidolons if you don't know how to get focus. Kill them, do your daily focus, which every day you get a focus cap, which is like 355 for me, because I'm MR21. I think this depends on your MR now. I think they changed it. But that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, the breakdown. All right, so this is kind of to show you more or less what your operator will be like if you have every skill tree. If you look on the top right, we have 625 operator health. Our dash is pretty good, considering you could cover over 100 meters with it pretty easily. Most of the time, a lot more, depending on how skillful you are with your movement. But yeah, there's a lot of other things that this skill tree can do, which is amazing in my opinion. And yeah, hope I helped you guys. Peace, chat.
Got to stop.